2 days ago, Nintendo just dropped this crazy direct out of nowhere. Everyone is out there talking about Chris Pratt, talking about Mario, but I'm here sitting thinking that Voice of Card, The Isle of Dragon's Roar, and Triangle Strategy are looking like good games. They look like peak Squaresoft games like Tactics Ogre. Monster Hunter Rise is getting a DLC called Sunbreak, which as a Monster Hunter fan I couldn't be happier. Disco Elysium is finally getting released on Nintendo Switch, about time. And finally, Konami is releasing the GBA Castlevania games plus Castlevania Dracula X on Nintendo Switch. A surprise to nobody, Nintendo 64 is getting ported to Switch, and a surprise to everyone, Genesis is coming to Switch, and as we get closer to Metroid Dread, I couldn't be more excited about this game. You know, Metroid is one of those series that pioneered the genre of Metroidvania, but at a time, Metroid kind of vanished, kind of like what Castlevania is right now. Although Metroid was never fully dead and we were patiently waiting for Metroid Prime, and God knows when that game is coming out, Metroid Dread is actually, for me, the most anticipated game of the year. And right now, I have replayed Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, and Super Metroid, and I am so glad that I did that, and now my excitement and hype for this game is through the roof. I can't wait to play a Metroidvania game that is actually Metroid. Please, if you are a fan of this series, support it. Please support this game so that Nintendo knows that we still... You know, I can actually sit here and talk about Metroid Dread all day, like how the combat looks so great, how the graphics look so great, how they are nailing the build of a Metroid game, and how the Chozos seem to be the most interesting part of the game. But there were actually some other interesting things that happened in this Nintendo Direct. For example, a new Splatoon game, Splatoon 3. They announced it like last Direct, or the last Direct before that, but it seems like the new Splatoon game is going to be as fun as ever, because I know that Splatoon is a multiplayer game, but this time I think they are focusing more on single player as well. Of course, the bottom of the game is going to be the multiplayer, but this seems like a very fun game. And then, out of nowhere, they showed this melancholic, post-apocalyptic trailer that looked gorgeous. At first glance, I thought, hey, this might be Nier Automata, but then it looked way too cartoony to be Nier Automata, and it looked... Holy shit, it actually was Kirby. And I have to say, this is the most exciting announcement of the day for myself, because I love Kirby and I love Kirby games. It has been so long since I played a Kirby game, but this is what I expected for Kirby to look for years. You know, a 3D environment, Kirby can move freely, exploration, gameplay looks as slick and cool as ever, and the building of the world, the character, and the... Oh my god, this game just looks great, and I can't wait to play it. Kirby fans, Metroid fans, they satisfied us all, and I just hope that we get a Star Fox or F-Zero game pretty soon. Anyways, this new Kirby game looks like it is finally going to be the new Kirby formula, because as we can see, the gameplay looks as good as ever, and not only that, it can move freely, that gives us room for so many platforming options and so much exploration. This game is going to be one hell of a game for everyone. And now, to end the Direct with a bang, Nintendo must give the fans what they have been asking for years. We have been waiting patiently for this game. And after all these years, with a trailer that looks like it's from a Ninja Gaiden game, Bayonetta is finally back. Just looking at the gameplay and the graphics of this game makes me so impressed. This is gonna be the peak Nintendo Bayonetta, and I can't wait to play this game. For all of you out there who has never played a Bayonetta game, this looks amazing. And I can't just emphasize on how much we've been waiting to see this game. I actually have only played Bayonetta 2 recently, but I was there in 2017 when this game was announced. And it's so been good to see it back. And now, the gameplay style, I can see so many changes from the previous game. Like for example, you can now command your monsters in battle and how you just don't smash buttons and QTE in the cutscenes. And with games like this, Kirby, Metroid, and upcoming Breath of the Wild 2, I can safely say that 2022 is